Yay Media Group.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Szabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. I'm Lacey G.
I'm Anna.
And Amy. And today we're breaking down Coney Island.
Yay!
Amy, you don't let Nick get away with this, but you're letting me get away with it because I'm tired?
What? What'd I do?
I was just jumping right into the episode. Normally, last week you were yelling at Nick.
Oh, because we need to talk about our event.
Oh.
You kept jumping in.
I did. Oh my God, I get snoozing on my job.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Lacey.
just letting me drive this train straight into the ground.
Lacey, we need to talk about the event.
Yeah.
Yes. But first, that's what we were saying last time. But first, if you haven't already heard, we are throwing a Life of a Showgirl album release party. We're so excited. It's happening on October 17th, so it's 2 weeks after the album comes out. So the weekend that the album comes out, you can listen to the album, go see the theatrical events that Taylor is putting on for all of us that weekend. And then 2 weeks later, on October 17th, come and celebrate with us at Swifties in the city. This is going to be from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Pegasus Lawn at the Omni Dallas Hotel. We're so excited to get together with everybody to celebrate the new album, talk about the new album. We're really, I'm so excited because we're doing a Swiftie market, and this is something that we did at Swifties in the Park, an event that we did last year, and we wanted to recreate it again. And we have had some of the most wholesome, incredible, like Swiftie business owners, Swift reach out to us to be a part of this event. And it basically, the idea is that we have all these small businesses kind of like set up shop like around the lawn where we're going to be, so that people can come and shop and see artwork and celebrate and all this stuff. And then on our part, we're going to be doing a live podcast. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways. We're going to have prizes. I don't know if I've said this yet on the podcast, but I really want to do a section called the Showgirl Showcase.
And what is the Showgirl? That sounds like something from Price is Right.
Yes, it does. I want to do the Showgirl Showcase where it's like, in my head, I guess we need to figure out the logistics, but in my head, it's like a combination of like a lip sync battle with like a costume contest, something like that, because we really want people to come dressed up like for this event. It's close to Halloween, so if you need a double use of an outfit or something, it lends itself to that. So we really are putting on this event so people can come out and just celebrate and have a good time and listen to the new music, talk to other people about it, share their favorite songs, their favorite lyrics, because at that point we're already going to have everything memorized. So yeah, Swifties in the City happening October 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Pegasus Lawn at the Omni Dallas Hotel. You can get your tickets. They're $13 at the 13podcast.net. That's also where you can apply to be a vendor if you have a small business and you're interested in being a part of it. This is also an all ages event.
Yes.
And we will have food and drink available for purchase there as well. And as it gets closer, we'll post like an FAQ about like parking and all of that fun stuff. But in the meantime, you can get your tickets for $13 at the 13podcast.net. We would love to see you there. Bring your friends, bring your families, bring your Swifties.
I'm just thinking how beautiful these photos are going to be with the showgirl aesthetic, which I'm not completely sure what my showgirl aesthetic is going to look like, but then just having the Dallas skyline in the background and the Omni lit up right behind us. I mean, it's going to be so epic, so much fun. We always have a good time getting together with our Swifties, so be sure and join us October 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. Pegasus Lawn at Omni Dallas Hotel. Tickets are only $13. The13podcast.net. The13podcast.net. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about it leading up to it, you can send us a DM or an email. All of our contact information is in the description of this podcast episode.
Man, Taylor Swift making us busy. We got our live stream party coming up.
Yes, we
so
do.
We can listen to the new album together. and then the movie, and then our party.
Yeah.
That's it.
Busy, busy.
October. I feel like October was already like an orange month because of like pumpkins.
Yeah.
But now it's like orange because of Showgirl.
And it's just hard to plan anything for the month of October because I just assume I'm going to be busy.
Right.
There's a lot of Taylor Swift stuff going. I'm going to be busy for the month of October.
Yeah.
We can reconvene in November.
Yeah.
All right, today we are breaking down Coney Island. Coney Island, for me, is the song that I slept on for the longest time. And one day it randomly came up on Taylor Swift's discography, a random shuffle playlist, and fell in love with it again. I was like, how did I?
What do you think it was that like just like hit different that day?
Sometimes I zone out while listening to her music. Like I'm listening, but I'm not always taking in the words.
Listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can't even remember, but one day I just heard it and I'm like, wow, if I can't trust you, who can I even trust? Who can I? And I don't know. It just hit different. And on our website, my niece Rihanna built our website for us. Whenever we had the website built, I want to say it was one time to sell tickets. And we had to do our own little bios. And on my bio, I said, I love Coney Island. And then in London, whenever I saw Taylor Swift night, I don't remember. One of them, it was fabulous. But whenever she played I Did Something Bad, then she played Coney Island and My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, which was super special to me because not only did I Did Something Bad, no rep announcement, but she did My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, which we had just either broken down or was getting ready to air on the podcast, and Coney Island, which I know she's been to the 13podcast.net and saw that in my bio and heard this. So just what a moment. Thank you, Taylor. That was a very special night in my life, and I super appreciate it.
Amy, where does Coney Island fall on your Evermore rankings?
They're all at number 1, Anna. No, but it's very cool because this duet is with The National, and she loved The National. Sorry, Matt Berenger from The National. She's always loved their music, so it was really special for her too to also do the song with him.
Yeah.
So it's special to her. It's special to me. It's just special all around.
Yes, like Amy said, this does feature The National, and it was written by Taylor, Aaron Dessner, Bryce Dessner, which
The twin.
I'm always shocked every time. And also Joe Alwyn has a writing credit on this one as well, featuring The National. Aaron Dessner said that he wrote the music without the drums, but it didn't feel like a song for The National at that point. Then he said Taylor and Joe wrote the lyrics, and then The National added the drums and the rest of the music. And so then he said it felt like both a Taylor song because of her words and The National because of the music, thus creating their first full collaboration, which is really interesting.
Yeah. Big fan of The National. Me personally.
Have you ever seen them in concert?
I have. We saw them. We saw them in Dallas once. I think we went to Red Rock.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
as soon as I
Denver,
asked.
yeah, I was like, yeah, I drove across the country to see them.
That's so cool. That venue is like
So beautiful.
bucket list, I
Yeah.
feel like, to go and see a concert there. So for you to see The National there must have been
Yeah.
really, really special.
And then a couple weeks ago, whenever I had my 18-hour layover in London, we saw Matt Berenger.
What?
Yeah.
You what?
The one night we were there, he was doing his solo tour, and
my
we got
God.
to. He did a couple national songs too.
Wait,
so.
that's so cool. Why
It was
didn't you
very
tell
cool.
us?
I don't know. It's just brag alert.
Well, yeah, as you
It was
should.
very cool.
That's
yeah.
really, really cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love that for you.
So the whole idea of this song is that Taylor Swift is using Coney Island as a metaphor of the decaying amusement park, because it used to one time be so magical and the place to go and the place to be and the place to be seen. And then now you look at a rundown amusement park that no one goes to and it just looks like sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's
a lot of
unused.
remorse.
Yeah, absolutely. And I almost think, I mean, because Taylor does have like a lot of like international fans. So for those that don't know, Coney Island is, like Lacey said, it's a carnival park in Brooklyn, New York. And it's also in Brooklyn District 13. Isn't that funny?
That is funny. I had no idea.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, of course it is. Of course it is. Is that like coincidence, voodoo, whatever it is that you want to call it? But that's really, really cool. But yeah, Coney Island, like Lacey was saying, like at one point in time, it was a spectacle. You know, I mean, it was the mall before the internet, if you will. It was like people would go there, have a good time, everything. And then, yeah, just like over the years. And I feel like just overall, like maybe, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I don't know if amusement parks these days like still have the same attraction as they once did. I mean, not everything can be like a Disney World where it's like top tier, incredible, like whatever. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't go to amusement parks like regularly.
Yeah, I don't know. The one here sure doesn't seem active whenever I pass by it. So I don't know. But then again, it's school. So I mean, is it just open all the time? Are you running? How much does it take to run something like that to where it's worth it? I don't know, because you do go to the mall and it's a ghost town. You go out to a restaurant and everybody's ordering their food to go and not sticking around. So how do you fund something like that to keep it running?
Yeah, and so it's interesting that she took that idea and then used it, like you said, as a metaphor for the song itself, which is kind of, you know, feeling like loss and nostalgia, right? For a past relationship where both sides weren't giving it their all. And I was reading like different interpretations about the song from people online, you know, like I kind of always listen to it because you have the two voices, you have Taylor and Matt, you know, like the two voices that sound so good together, first of all. But it's almost like they're not, like, I guess if I compare it to like the last time, right, where they're kind of like talking to each other of like, oh my God, like I tried to be at the top of your list and all this stuff, and I tried to give you everything and you just wouldn't, and all the and everything. But in this one, it's almost like both voices are sharing the same sentiment of like, I should have done more for you and I didn't. And it's like you kind of like both acknowledge that. But then I did see other people online saying that they didn't listen. I mean, as we go down the lyrics, we can kind of get into it. But how do you guys like interpret it overall?
Yeah, it's sad, which I love.
It's two people acknowledging that they didn't do enough. I definitely took it as two people kind of seeing their own faults. Not that it needs to be fixed, but I can also see my own shortcomings as well.
Yeah.
You can only ask somebody to be there for you so many times before you realize they're not going to be there for you.
And that it was fun at first. It was a vivid relationship, and now it's a garbage relationship.
Which is also just interesting, like, knowing that she wrote this with Joe.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
How many sad songs did you think I had in me?
Exactly. It's like, I don't know. And, you know, as the years go on and stuff, I've seen a lot of Swifties say, like, that, you know, was Evermore the actual breakup album? Like, was it? But it's like, it's tricky because, like, it's like they were writing together or not. Like, maybe it was kind of like a tumultuous, like, ending. Like, I don't know. We'll never really, really know. But you can't help but wonder, like, what kind of state you're in to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we know that it was an off and on.
Yeah.
So this could have been an off.
Yeah.
And then an back on, and then
Yeah.
continuously.
Yeah.
She starts off, break my soul in two, looking for you, but you're right here.
Yeah.
So immediately she's saying she's broken herself trying to make this work, that I'm breaking myself into.
And that he's not, he's not present. Like, his body's there. He's not in the relationship.
Yeah, but you're right here. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like feeling distant. Like, right out the gate, you're feeling distant. You're trying to break yourself to become someone else for someone else, you know?
And this is the line that I think got me the first time that I heard this. If I can't relate to you anymore, then who am I related to?
That's the one that just kind of like struck a chord.
Yeah. Just that if you're supposed to be my everything, and if I can't relate to you, then what am I? Then you kind of have to refigure out. I saw somebody say, who am I related to is kind of like wondering where her chosen family has gone. That if this is, that this is my person. This is my chosen family that I choose to be with, but it used to be this person, and now she doesn't know where they stand anymore. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because to me, it just kind of like is like she's just feeling lost. Like kind of like how you said, it's like you give your all to someone and then you still feel down. Like that's not what a healthy relationship is supposed to feel like, right?
And if this is the long haul, how'd we get here so soon?
I really like that line.
I do too. Like we're already at the end.
Right. Because you think of the long haul, like it's like, oh, we're in it for the long haul. It's like a way of saying like that's your end game.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's your end game with someone, but it's like
But it's the end.
but it's the end. Like how do we get here so soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
It's not end game, it's the end.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I almost like I wrote here in my notes, I said she's very poetically setting the scene for the emotions when you realize that the relationship that you're currently in is failing.
Mm-hmm. Did I close my fist around something delicate? Did I shatter you?
And that hurts too, because at that point she's taking fault for it. Right? Like she's wondering, am I the reason that we did this? Like did I hold you too close? Did I squeeze you too hard? Did I expect too much out of you? Did I love you in a way that you didn't want to be loved? Like did I what did I do that broke this?
And I'm sitting on a bench in Coney Island wondering, where did my baby go? The fast times, the bright lights, the merry-go.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't finish it by saying merry-go-round because she doesn't get to finish the relationship.
Doesn't come back around.
Oh my God, I've never thought about that.
I hadn't either.
Yep.
Wow.
Because they stopped all together.
Do you think that, like, I guess when you visualize the song, because when I listen to it, I kind of always imagine that Coney Island was maybe a place that, you know, these two people visited together frequently, and now, like, she's sitting there, like, on a bench on Coney Island, it's, like, literally, it's, like, empty. Like, it's kind of like you see, like, the hay balls almost, like, going, like, across.
Tumbleweeds.
Yeah, and it's gray. It's like overcast. It's cold. It's like low key miserable. But it's like this used to be like the bright lights and merry-goes, and it's like now I'm just here by myself and everything is resting.
Yeah, I see that. I picture that.
Well, and that their relationship was like Coney Island, that it was once bustling and fun and something great to talk about. And now it's just dead and sad and cold looking back on it. And remembering the happy moments makes the person feel more sad and alone in that moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, memories are hard sometimes, guys.
Yeah. You feel that? That was deep.
Sorry for not making you my centerfold. Sorry for not making you the central focus of my life and cherishing you the way that you should.
I feel like Joe wrote this lyric
Why?
because in other songs, we're seeing that she gripped on white knuckles dying to the relationship. And sorry I didn't make you my centerfold doesn't scream that feeling, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like sorry I didn't make you a priority.
Yeah.
And that's like the opposite of what we've been hearing throughout.
Right.
That's so interesting. That's a really good point. And I was reading online about some people think that this is actually sarcastic. Almost like, well, sorry for not making you my centerfold. Like, well, sorry I didn't make you the star of my world.
Yeah.
Like, well, shit, I have my own life to live, you know? Like, and I thought that was kind of an interesting take too, because yeah, maybe this relationship failed because I didn't make you a priority, but maybe you were asking too much of me to do that. I don't want to put you before I put me, you know? Maybe that's not what this is supposed to be like.
But isn't that a hint of narcissism? If it's like, but it's just all your fault, though. Like
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't care for you enough. Sorry that I don't treasure you enough.
For sure.
To give a damn.
Yeah, but then that kind of goes back to like what Amy was saying, that like in every other song we hear her being like, no, I put you, my temple, my mural, my sky. And now it's like, oh, sorry I didn't do that. That's such a good point.
Yeah. Over and over. Lost again with no surprises. Disappointments. Close your eyes. And it gets colder and colder.
That's so, like, that's the part that's just kind of like, But the way it sounds, I think that's kind of like, oh my God, it's just so good. Like,
and it's like it just I don't know, it just feels like the ending.
yeah.
That whole part, this whole I don't know,
No, I'm with you. Like, I don't know what words to use to describe it, but it's also like, it's the cadence, it's the word choice.
It goes down.
It goes down, lost again with no surprises, disappointments, close your eyes, and it gets colder and colder. Like, oh my God.
When the sun goes
A tortured poet.
down.
Wait, one more time.
When the sun goes down.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this was, like a rocky relationship that had its up and downs. And maybe it wasn't just like the one fight that ended it all, but it was just like this constant string of disappointments.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw someone point out lost again with no surprises. They said that sometimes our loved ones pretend to be lost or leave us stranded just to pop out of nowhere and shout surprise or ha. Although the preceding moments feel scary, yet seeing your loved one again and realizing it was all a surprise or a prank makes someone feel relieved. But here they're talking about being completely lost without their partner, and this time there are no surprises.
Yeah,
so
that's
there's no
interesting.
one jumping out and saying, "Ha, I just got ya.
Yeah.
This was all a joke. I'm here after all."
Yeah.
The question pounds my head. What's a lifetime of achievement?
And now we're at the other character, right?
Yes.
Like this is voiced by
Matt.
from the National. So now we're getting the other character's perspective.
And I did see people theorize, now that I'm thinking about it, that it's interesting the verses that she sings compared to him, that it was almost role reversal. And considering that is a lyric that she sang, I wonder if it was the opposing side.
Yeah. Which is an interesting take to write a song. Like, I'll write for you and you write for me.
Ooh. It's almost, yeah. That's like a creative challenge.
Yeah.
I would not want to
be
challenge Taylor
dangerous.
Swift in a creative challenge.
True.
None whatsoever.
Hey, Taylor, I have a fun idea. Let's write a song together, but I write from your perspective, you write from mine.
That's so dangerous. That ended with a relationship.
Aw, Anna, I thought you were going to invite her to the Showgirl Showcase.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
If she wanted to come perform at the Showgirl Showcase.
She's always welcome at the Showgirl Showcase.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you said I was going to say, like, when I said I have a fun idea.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And
well,
we'll do it at Swifties
in the city. October 17th. The 13podcast.net for more info.
The question pounds my head. What's a lifetime of achievement?
Yeah.
If I pushed you to the edge, but you were too polite to leave me.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And that's someone just trying to, they're not going to be the one to leave, but they're going to make sure that your life is miserable and you can't, and you have no choice but to leave.
I'm going to start a conspiracy theory and say that Coney Island is actually tied into suburban legends.
Mm-hmm.
Because that lyric, but you were too polite to leave me, it just echoes, I broke my own heart because you were too polite to do it.
Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, I'm not saying that this is like so true, like in any sort of way.
But it's an echoing feeling.
Yeah, but it's almost like in suburban legends, it's like, oh, these like, high school sweethearts who didn't make it and stuff, and it's like maybe it's like kind of like similar characters, if not the same characters, in that sentiment of like, well, maybe if they would have stayed together, this is what would have happened. They just would have broken up anyway at Coney Island or something.
Know. I keep on forgetting this is fictional.
And do you miss the rogue who coaxed you into paradise and left you there?
Okay, this was a misheard lyric for me. Up until the moment that I studied it for this episode. Do you miss the rogue who coaxed you into paradise and left you there?
Miss the road. I thought it was Miss the Road.
You thought it was Miss the Road?
Yeah, like you drive down the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was, do you miss the roller coaster code into paradise? Because like roller coasters, amusement parks,
Yeah.
I thought it was, do you miss the roller coaster? And then I was listening to the song on my drive-in today. And at that part, I still caught myself saying roller coaster.
That's funny.
Aw, it's a different song for you.
So what does rogue mean?
I think it's like the rebel. Like, I think she's almost asking, like, do you miss the rebel who tricked you into the relationship and then abandoned you? Because coaxed you, that's like tricking, right?
And she has used a lot of criminal metaphors, like blank space, grab your passport in my hand, I can make the bad guys good for a weekend. I knew you were trouble because I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now.
But so maybe it's like, do you miss the fun, exciting, like mysterious person who I was at the beginning of this relationship and now I just left you there? Maybe?
Yeah, relationships develop and change. It's just different.
And I feel like that's something we've kind of heard in her songs before, where it's like, oh, things were so exciting at the beginning and then it got like mundane.
But isn't that just relationships?
Yeah.
So they could have been rogue, like taking advantage of each other for a quick thrill. Like
Maybe.
it was something fleeting,
Yeah.
not everlasting.
Maybe it was exciting at first with the imagery of Coney Island. Maybe it was like a thrill.
Will you forgive my soul when you were too wise to trust me and too old to care?
And that's also interesting to note because those two lines are, he says the first one and she says the second one, right? So he says, will you forgive my soul? And then she says, when you're too wise to trust me and too old to care. So I think she's basically asking like, okay, so like down the line, when you look back on this, are you going to be smart enough to not try this again, right? Or are you just going to be old enough where it's like you don't even care anymore? Like you're in my past.
Oh, I get what you're saying. If they just didn't care to come through, if they're old and they know better, but they didn't care to show up,
Yeah.
still, or young and naive.
Right.
Yeah. Because we were like the mall before the internet. It was the one place to be.
Iconic.
Yeah.
The mischief, the gift wrap, suburban dream.
Ah, suburban
legends.
Suburban legends.
Yeah, we were born to be suburban legends. When you hold me, it holds me together, and you kiss me in a way that's going to screw me up forever. And both of them are alluding to hometown dreams that never materialize. Sorry for not winning you an arcade ring.
Yeah.
And I mean, think about it in the context of suburban dream. The teenager with the suburban dream would want to go to the mall and have you win an arcade ring for them.
Yeah.
But then in reality, no one ever won a ring for them. There are no wedding rings or paper rings or arcade rings or anything. Just nostalgia and the hope of an everlasting romance that's gone.
Yeah. And to go back to the, because we were like the mall before the internet, this was a lyric that she talked about in the Apple Music interview. She said, I was trying to reflect on the Coney Island visual of a place where thrills were once sought, a place where once it was all electricity and magic and now the lights are out and you're looking at it thinking, what did I do?
Yeah.
Which is also interesting because even when she's describing that, she is taking responsibility for it. It's not that, oh, Coney Island went out of business. It's like, what did I do for it to not be this exciting place anymore?
That's taking ownership.
Yeah.
Over and over, lost again with no surprises, disappointments, close your eyes. And it gets colder and colder.
When the sun goes down.
Were you waiting at our old spot in the tree line by the gold clock?
Oh my God. Add this to iconic bridges.
Yeah.
To our iconic bridges list.
So gold clock, is that referencing Taylor's golden love metaphor?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. Joe was blue and he was gold.
Yeah.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
But then also the gold clock, is the clock running out? Is the clock ticking
clock,
on their...
it's a clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ticking on their future.
Yeah.
Time's running out for them to prioritize each other.
And I also visualize it like, so if they're in New York, like at Coney Island, there's I haven't been in a while, but the tree line also makes me think of like the High Line, like in New York. And around like the High Line, there are just like clocks, like just like around. If you think of like Chelsea's Market and like stuff like that, there's just like clocks kind of like around. And so it's like, were you waiting at our old spot? So maybe it's like not necessarily at Coney Island, but like a different part of New York where there is like a gold clock. Like I picture like a like actual gold clock. But I think it also ties into the gold and the blue, and she's always used colors to describe feelings and
yeah.
love. But if their meeting spot was a gold clock, that did make her feel that like golden feeling, you know, but now it's not.
Or, because then it ends before they switch singers, did I leave you hanging every single day? So was one person showing up and the other person wasn't, and you're standing them up every single day?
Yeah, that's so true. It's like, were you at our old spot and I didn't show up every single day?
Were you standing in the hallway
With a big cake, happy birthday. She sang this on my birthday.
Iconic.
and someone said that the hallway here is significant, just like the tree line, because it's a space that leads from one landscape to another. So it represents the point in time where things could move forward to the next step.
Yeah.
Where you could decide to meet in the middle, go down the hallway, meet me at the tree line, and this could change everything. But neither of them meet the other person in their space.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so good. And it's like with the big cake, happy birthday also, it's like, were you waiting for me with this surprise, this happy moment? And I, once again,
Missed it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I missed it, did I paint your blue skies the darkest gray?
Yeah. Which is so, that's perfect imagery also of like a bright and sunny day
Ruined.
Yeah.
I keep on it finishing your sentences. I'm
I'm glad. No, I want you to. I want you to. A universe away. That was also a misheard lyric for me because I thought it was a universal way.
Oh.
Like I thought it was like, oh, like everybody experiences heartbreak, a universal way. But they're actually a universe away, which makes more sense because they are like...
They're in the same city where they could meet up, but a universe away.
Whoa.
That's good.
Whoa.
And when I got into the accident, the sight that flashed before me was your face. But when I walked up to the podium, I think that I forgot to say your name.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have tied this directly into some relationship of Taylor Swift's past and said specifically that these things happened, but then they thought it was cool that she was the one who was singing the verse about forgetting to do stuff instead of them. So for her to say the sight that flashed before me was your face, that's talking about like seconds before you die, whenever they say that your life flashes before you.
Yeah.
And then that showing up as a regret because you, even though I didn't value you, we're not together, but you're still coming up. I see your face right before I die.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally value the other person. But when I walked up to the podium, I think that I forgot to say your name.
I mean, that also just kind of lends itself to the sentiment that she has been saying this whole time of like, I didn't make you my centerfold. I didn't make you a priority. I got up to the podium and I didn't thank you. Right?
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know. Why am I thanking you for my achievements? I don't know.
That's a good point.
Do you guys remember at a certain point there was a theory about the Coney Island Bridge being a hint to the order of the re-recorded albums?
I forgot
Yes.
that.
Yeah, it kind of like came back to me. So
Yeah.
for a while there was this kind of like idea that each of these lines, like kind of like how you referenced earlier, Lacey, like it's almost like you can tie it back into like some of her personal lore with some of her exes, and if you tie in those specific moments to the albums, fans were wondering if it lends itself to if it was a hint at the order that we were going to get the re-recorded album. So were you standing in the hallway with a big cake, happy birthday, would refer to the moment I knew, right? Which was red.
Mm-hmm.
Did I paint your bluest skies the darkest gray? That one could have referred to Dear John, Speak Now. And when I got into the accident, the sight that flashed before me was your face, that one being 20 Stitches in a Hospital Room, 1989. And when I walked up to the podium, I think that I forgot to say your name, referencing Calvin Harris, because that was something that she had talked about when she like won an award and didn't say his name just yet.
Yeah.
So
I forgot that you existed.
Yeah, I forgot that you existed. But maybe just kind of like reputation, like era, the 2016 era. But then, I mean, that theory fell through and that wasn't the order that the albums came in.
We know that she had a plan and that plan just didn't happen.
Right, like it did change.
Yeah, it kept changing.
Yeah, but it's interesting if there was a moment in time where that was the order that she wanted to do her re-records and to kind of like hide that order in the lyrics of a song is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was ever true, if that was just a long-standing theory
I'd
of
like
ours.
to think so.
We'll ask her.
Add it to the list.
Let me add it to the list. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Questions for Taylor.
Also, while we have Taylor, can we also just confirm that night in London was a personal surprise
Favorite,
song
for
set
you.
for me?
Yes. Let me
That
add
she performed Coney Island.
Coney Island Bridge clue of re-release order and Lacey's personal set list.
And I think that's why she didn't announce Reputation that night in London like we thought, because she already knew. She already knew that she wasn't going to release Rep. If not, she was going to do it then.
I mean, yeah, she could have already been in talks to buy the re-records. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. It's in my. I
Thank
just
you.
added it.
Thank
I added
you.
it. Yeah.
We will ask her when we finally get to talk to her and meet her.
One day.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we're? Oh no! Now I'm gonna stress. What if the moment comes where we do get to meet her, but they tell us ahead of time you can only ask one question?
Then we need to have one starred and at the top, and it can change.
Yeah.
We just need to keep it updated.
We just need to be ready, just in case.
I am ready. If we only have one question for Taylor Swift, we have to know her Pop-Tart flavor.
No.
What is her preferred?
No, that's not the
flavor of
question I'm going to ask her.
Stop.
Fine. How does she do her charcuterie board? Let's ask her that one.
We'll have to run down our list and pick
Yeah.
our favorite.
I trust her when it comes to food. I did see fans because we, of course, just recently got the announcement about the Life of the Showgirl going to movie theaters. And fans are saying, are we making friendship bracelets or sourdough or both?
Yeah.
Like, what are we bringing to this movie premiere?
That's funny.
Yeah. You guys, I have to make a confession. This is a Swiftie confession is this a safe space?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Always.
I'm not going to get burned? You're not going to burn the witches? You're not going to burn me?
I'll try.
I don't like sourdough.
Oh.
Who said that?
Oh.
Who said that?
You know, it's okay. One of my kids, I can't remember which one, doesn't like sourdough. I'm like, well, that's so sad. More for me.
I can take. If you're going to the movie or our event and you're showing up with Anna's sourdough, I will take her sourdough. Okay. Don't worry about that.
I wondered if I should just go this whole era without admitting that.
I think it's okay.
But I didn't want to. I didn't want to lie.
I was nervous. I thought it was going to be something serious.
Luckily, we're in our showgirl era, not sourdough era, because
True.
that would be just awful for you.
Yeah.
It'd be like me having to learn how to say the word era. That took a long time from me saying error and era. But that's it for Coney Island. She just kind of repeats the sentiments again there at the end. But what a beautiful song. What a beautiful and sad song.
And like a beautiful and sad duet between these two amazing voices.
And I love duets because you get two perspectives.
Yeah. And two parts to perform.
Yeah.
When you sing in the car.
True.
So
put your character hat on.
Yes. Mustache, no mustache. Mustache, no mustache. Yeah, this really is so good. It's like we've always known that Evermore is one of her best albums, but as we go song by song, it's just like really, and maybe it's just because it has been a couple of years since the album came out. So to look at the lyrics like line by line, it's just bringing back so much like appreciation for this. And it's also just really interesting because she really captured a moment in time with like the pandemic in 2020 and the sentiments and the feelings and stuff that we were all going through at the time.
Yeah, we were all feeling this. We were lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a request.
Yeah.
Actually, Morgan has a request. Not that one. Don't worry. I don't have 7 phone calls from
Oh, my Morgan.
from Morgan again, and not that one either. But I do have a request from somebody from our voicemail.
Yay.
What is our phone number, Anna?
Our phone number is
Reputation.
Reputation 89 689 214 Valentine's Day 1313.
Thank you. Morgan has a very special request for us, and she has to tell us how torturous this engagement news was for her and why.
Hey guys, my name is Morgan. I'm actually from Taylorsville, Utah. You're about to get to Ivy, which is my favorite song on Evermore, and I just have to say you have to go over the clean lyrics. Like, the explicit version is great, but that's one of the songs where I prefer the clean version over the explicit because the songwriting is just chef's kiss. Second, I have to tell you about where I was when I found out about the engagement because it makes me angry every time I think about it. It was my first day of school, and the building I'm at on campus is a service black hole. I can't get texts, I can't get calls, I can't get any notifications because the service is so bad. So I'm sitting in a 3-hour lecture, and about a half hour in, I get a random text from my Swiftie cousin that says, Morgan, get on Instagram and make sure you're sitting down. And that's all I get. And I can't text her back, and I can't get on Instagram because the service sucks. So I'm sitting in a 3-hour lecture not knowing what's happening. I have never felt so much anxiety in my entire life. But I finally get out of this lecture, and I go out into the common area, and I check Instagram, and I literally screamed. And I think everyone thought I was insane, but it's fine. I literally had more texts than I get on my birthday after this engagement. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to hear the rest of Evermore, and I'm so excited for the life of the showgirl and the engagement. And yeah, bye!
Girl, I feel you. We used to all work in this building, and we're underneath a parking garage, so it's like a concrete block. I would not get things here.
Right.
It was so aggravating. So,
But what a tease, and not to even say what it is. So then it's just check Instagram, make sure you're sitting down. What?
yeah, what is it?
What is
Yeah,
it?
what is it? What's going on?
Is it someone I know? Is it personal? Did Taylor do something?
Uh-huh.
Why? And then just not know for 3 hours.
The anticipation. I did make note of the Ivy Clean version. We will be doing that.
We will be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We will do that for you, Morgan. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Amy, did you feel kind of similar whenever you found out the engagement news?
I was here.
You were here.
I was here.
I thought, because in my head, Amy was.
It was like the
leaving.
day I left or something. Very, very close, but I was here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in my head, Amy was taking off on a cruise and probably had the little bit of reception that she had left. And hey, Taylor Swift got engaged, and then she had her own black hole.
Well, and I remember because the night before we were all like on like a Zoom together because we were in the early planning stages of Swifties in the City, and Amy was about to go out of town, and so we're getting off this like call with each other, and I remember saying, "Hey, Amy, like don't check your phone, like we'll take care of stuff here, like you go on your vacation, like don't check your phone, go on airplane mode, do not disturb." And then the next day we're like, I was like, I hope Amy's checking her phone.
It was nuts.
Because that has been a fear of ours before.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yes.
fear of Anna's many times.
Oh yeah, every time I get on a plane.
We used to mess with Anna and
Yeah.
decide to come together and start blowing up her messages. So whenever she does land,
It's so fun.
she thinks that. and then because I was that person, I was gotten back whenever Taylor's version was actually announced while I was in the air.
Okay,
on
so
my
it
way to
happened
New
the
York.
day I left. Okay, I couldn't remember what the order was, but
Yeah, because I think you were at the airport and you had a late
Yeah.
flight,
Yeah,
right? Is that what it was?
We kept on getting delayed, but yeah, crazy, so fun.
But then it almost like just feels guilty because we just told Amy,
Yeah,
go on your cruise, enjoy it. We're not going to mess with you.
and I probably got 100 messages from y'all while I was gone.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep up.
Well, yeah, because Amy's on vacation and we're kind of figuring out the logistics of our event, and it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of party planning. And Amy gets back, she's like, "I need to catch up on emails." I said, "No, I'll send you a Spark Notes." I was like, "I'll send you a new email with all of the confirmed information, so you don't have to dig through everything because it was a lot."
I was like, bad time to go on vacation.
No such thing.
But I'm very excited about the event,
Yes.
about the engagement, about everything.
Yes, you guys join us. Please, please, please. We would love to see you at our event, Swifties in the City. It's our own little album release party for the life of the showgirl. It's happening October 17th at the Pegasus Lawn at the Omni Dallas Hotel from 6 to 9 p.m. It's a Friday evening. We'll have the Dallas skyline behind us. It'll be glitz and glam, and we're so excited. We're setting up a Swiftie market. So if you have a small business and you're interested in being a part of it, please fill out the vendor form on our website, which is also where you can get tickets. The13podcast.net, not .com, .net. The link is is in the description of this episode. It's also on our bios across all of our social media profiles, so it's easy for you to find. Tickets are only $13. The event is all ages. It's family friendly. We hope that it's a family affair. We hope you bring your kids and your friends and your kids' friends and your kids' friends' friends and everybody. And I'm gonna keep thinking about the Showgirl Showcase because I think that is a name that should not go to waste.
I like it.
And yeah, we have a bunch of prizes and giveaways, and we're gonna do a live little podcast. It'll be a really, really good time. I'm also working on some other surprises, so stay in touch.
Fun.
Stay tuned.
Absolutely. Can't wait to get together with our friends and celebrate the life of a showgirl with Swifties in the City, October 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. Pegasus Lawn at Omni Dallas Hotel. We cannot wait to see you there. Get your tickets now. It's only $13 at the13podcast.net. And don't forget, you can apply to be a vendor as well and come support your small Swiftie business. And join us next time. Morgan, this is for you. We're going to be breaking down Ivy.
Thanks for listening. The 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.